So my advice for the incoming freshmen is to just set your habits well, like sleeping and when you eat, and just really think about how you organize your days. That was really helpful for me when I was starting out this year, is to just be fairly organized with how I scheduled myself, and I definitely learned a lot about that this fall and spring. I really think that if you really just manage your time well, that's one of the best habits you can develop for studying, and I'm sure for lots of other things too. Yeah. What inspired me to start as a music ed major was I come from a really musical family. So like my mom sang in multiple choirs while I was growing up, and I was part of a choir when I was really young. I started the Northland Youth Choir. I was in the Northland Youth Choir from 8 to 18. Being in the Northland Youth Choir helped me to really discover my love of music and kind of set me on this path to, hey, I want to do music in college, I want to do education, and then those things just came together really nicely for me. So I plan to finish my bachelor's in music education, and then I want to do a master's degree in speech and language pathology, and that's what I would like to do as a profession. My brother went to speech and language when he was younger, and I just thought that it would be a really cool thing to be able to do, and a really good way to be able to work well in the community. Yeah. One of the faculty members that was really influential in my freshman year was Dr. Solaire and Amy Horseman Ingram. They were my vocal teachers for private lessons, and both of them, I took voice lessons from Dr. Solaire in the fall and from Amy Ingram in the spring, and both of them really helped me to just grow as a musician and honestly as a person a lot this year. They really helped guide me with a lot of the different things about being a music major on campus. Yes, so I have received the UA Scholars Award, the NANUC Pledge Scholarship, the highest tier of the APS scholarship, and I have one from the Igloo No. 4 Foundation, and those have been very, very great to have, and they've allowed me to really have a lot of peace of mind with my financial situation, and that has helped me a lot because I don't have to work while I do school, and so that has been just a really great blessing for my academic career, I guess. I think that one of the biggest accomplishments that I've done, kind of made in the freshman year was going to the Nats singing competition. I didn't place or anything, but it was a really great experience to be able to compete and to learn how that works, and it was just a really great opportunity to get to practice being in front of people, and just the confidence that you have to have with performance, and that was a really great opportunity. So the NATS competition is the National Association of Teachers of Singing. It's a bit of a mouthful, but so that's a competition that there's like a state level and a national level, and I think there's a lot of levels. I've only competed at the state level, but it's basically you go and you like compete, and then you get feedback on your performance, which is super helpful. And if you win, you go on to like the next level, and there's like prize money involved and all that. Yeah. So I think the biggest challenge so far in my freshman year has mostly been related to like time management and like mental health type stuff. It was really hard for me, especially in the beginning, to just like make sure that I'm making time outside of academics to like spend time with people and really take care of myself. Like that was a really big important thing that I didn't do as well, for sure, in the fall semester, and then I've made that a much bigger focus of my spring semester. But it's just the balance of like you have to take time for yourself and to make sure that you are in a good place, like mentally and physically, but also that you really need to get stuff done. You know, it's just, that's been one of the biggest struggles for me. And I think it just takes time and practice to get that down. I'm not the best at it yet, for sure, but it's something that I'm working on. Most people who like just meet me or whatever wouldn't really guess this, but I am like a roller coaster fanatic. I love roller coasters so much. I live in the wrong state for this, but I got to go to Kings Island and ride a bunch of roller coasters with a couple friends, and like that was like the highlight of my vacation. It was great. I think the main thing that makes me stand out is I've really developed a good skill of like communication and making sure that I just tell people what's going on. So if I'm like sick or something like that, I like email all of my professors and I'm like, this is what's happening. Like, I'll be back in class as soon as I can. That sort of thing. I also have made it a big priority in my life to go to classes. So I think that's really important. And I've said yes to a lot of different opportunities that have presented themselves. And I think that that's kind of the biggest thing that you can do to like set yourself apart, is to just like say yes to things and be open to new experiences and be proactive in your education and making sure that you learn as much as you can while you're here, you know? My biggest takeaway from my freshman year. I think my biggest takeaway from freshman year was that you really need to balance your life. I tend to be a very all or nothing person, so I tend to go full into academics really hard and then I get super burnt out. So I think the biggest thing that I've like learned that I'm like, this is what I need to do going forward, is to really make sure that I'm not just so focused on academics that I forget to like do cool things, you know? Because academics are super important, and that's why I'm here right now doing what I'm doing, but it's not everything in life. And there's a lot of things about like the college experience and about just life in general that you need to have a step back and look at your priorities, look at what you need to do to be a healthy person. And yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things I've learned this year.